Is there a doomsday? Most likely yes, as both Christians and Muslims believe in a judgment date. But when will it come? According to many doomsday theorists, we are in the last chapter of the human history book. Actually, many evangelicals support Israel because they believe she is important for fulfilling end times prophecies. Not because they have death wishes, but because they want to meet the second coming of the Messiah. Are disasters in recent years doomsday signs? Honestly, I don't know. It sounds like it, but think of it. Most people have never even heard about the influenza of 1918, the Spanish flu that infected 500 million people around the world and killing 50 to 100 million people, which was almost 5% of the world's population at that time. But it has faded from people's memories. So, since we have survived the worst disasters in history, does that mean we have nothing to worry about? Not if you ask me. Why? Let me ask you a few questions. Number one, were there doomed civilizations before us? To answer that question, let me ask you another question. Who built the pyramids? It was supposed the pyramids were built 4,600 years ago and constructed over a 20-year period. Let's not speculate how they mined and moved the gigantic stones and how they came to acquire the technology proficiency to build those architectural wonders. Just the fact that pyramids use 88 million cubic feet of stone made building it before the invention of wheels the most incredible joke we have all believed. This means installing 12 stone blocks every hour to install 800 tons of stones daily to complete it in 20 years. Think of it, 4,600 years ago? With no electricity, no tools, no wheels, how can you believe it? But we can't deny the history records of works at the pyramids, the remains of workers. Those are undisputed evidences. But there could be a simple explanation. So don't point to the Sphinx looking just like King Khufu as its date stamp. Could it possibly be that work which was done in Giza 4,600 years ago was only to modify the Sphinx and the pyramids? Could the pyramids' existence be the undisputed proof of a doomed civilization long time ago? Of course, having a doomed civilization does not mean we are heading in the same direction. However, do you know about the London hammer found in 1936 that was embedded in a limey rock concretion in Texas? Bringing these to the table is not to tell you what we know, but more to tell you what we don't know. We as humans don't know the eventual end of our journey, while many of us wonder if Earth would one day also run out of gas. To many doomsday followers, the fear is not the doomsday, but not knowing about the doomsday. Some wish to prepare to survive doomsday, while others may wish to prepare for the judgment day. However, every one of the doomsday prophets failed in their predictions. That is why we are still here. But 3 events have happened recently which seem so alarming. I have to share them with you. The first event is related to the Red Heifer born first in Israel. This one was widely reported since the Daily Star in the UK reported it in September 2018. The Red Heifer, well, it does not take a genius to question the video released. The mother of the Red Heifer seemed to be a Red Heifer as well. So I searched a bit more and found the Red Heifer cannot have more than 2 white hairs on its body, and this would be the 10th Red Heifer and the first one in the last 2,000 years. The Red Heifer needs to be sacrificed before the third temple can be built, which probably would ignite a new round of religious conflicts in the Middle East. The next prophecy stated, "And it shall come to pass in that day the living waters shall go out from Jerusalem, half of them toward the eastern sea, and half of them toward the western sea. In summer and in winter shall it be. Zechariah 14:8, the Israeli Bible. In plain words, the Dead Sea will be alive again. The Dead Sea is 400 meters below sea level. Its shores are coated with a thick layer of salt that kills any plant. No life can exist in its ultra-salty water. But in 2016, a hiker called Samantha found fish swimming in pools filled up with fresh water. The third prophecy fulfilled was just 4 days ago, when snakes emerged from between stones of the western wall. As stated in the Bible, quote, "We are truly in the dangerous times that directly precede Mashiach, Messiah, as the pigeon is safe so long as it seeks shelter among the stones of the Temple Mount. The Jews are protected by the Torah commandments. When the pigeon comes out from the stones or the Jews move away from the Torah, they are in danger." Can you imagine the fear that was ignited when snakes began slithering out from between the ancient stones of Israel's western wall? Honestly, I think the doomsday fear it brought out is just as bad. When people realized this may be the fulfillment of the third doomsday prophecy. So, is doomsday coming? Maybe. Can we do something about it? Maybe. Long ago I learned about a quote. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That is why we call it the present. This is Ken Peters. Thank you for watching.